I mean, the title told me to do it, so that's the only way I can start this video. There we go. Blink Twice stars Naomi, Ackie, and Channing Tatum, and it's about when a tech billionaire Slater King meets cocktail waitress Frida at his fundraising gala. He invites her to join him and his friends on a dream vacation on his private island. From first-time director Zoë Kravitz comes the brand new thriller, Blink Twice. So I've seen the trailer for this movie a couple times in the movie theaters, and it always looked interesting. I was like, that looks decent. Like, I'll be curious when this comes out. And then I kind of forgot it was even coming out. So here we are at the end of the summer, and we have a brand new little thriller movie. And I'm here to tell you, this movie is going to be divisive. I can already see it. And I want to go ahead and say this because the movie already did it. They released a warning online. There is some intense sexual assault in this movie, and I would like to say that for everybody before you go see this movie. It is in this movie, and it is pretty graphic for what it is. And so, yeah, if you have any type of, like, push away for that, I understand. But I'm just letting you know, the movies did it, so I should do it. Anyways, let's get on to the review. Beginning with the positives. Man, this movie looked good. Oh my gosh. Cinematography and the coloring. The greens, the reds. Oh my gosh. Wow. The movie looked fantastic, and the sound mixing and the actual score I really liked. What I can really say about this movie is it definitely feels like Twilight Zone-y, because you go on this island, bunch of rich people, a lot of famous people in this movie, and just right away you're like, something is up, and the movie just gives you little crumbs at most of the movie, and then it leads up to a third act that's like, oh shit, that's what's going on. And so again, no spoilers, but the movie does, I can't lie, kept me intrigued. Like, I wanted to see what's going on. And man, this cast is so good. Naomi Ackie, sorry if I'm saying her wrong, she's the main protagonist of this movie. She is fantastic in this movie. She is so good. You care a lot about her character. She's so genuine with her friend because she's living in she's a waitress that gets invited to this big island with a bunch of just rich people. I mean, you got like Christian Slater, Channing Tatum, Haley Joel Osment, Simon Rex. You also have Arjona. Sorry if I said her name wrong. I really apologize. She's the girl from Hitman that came out with Glenn Powell. Yeah, her. She is so good in this movie as well. Her and the main girl work together so well, and they steal the movie, honestly. They are so good. Like I said, Channing Tatum's also very good. I like his character and what the comedic side of his character and why he's so just odd. He plays it off really well. And again, I think the movie has a really good, like, keeps you intrigued, but when it comes to more of her ending, I'm gonna say, as a man, this movie might piss off some men. I don't know how women are gonna react to this movie. I really don't. I could see them really liking this ending, like, oh, hell yeah, or it might feel kind of offensive. It depends on the audience that when you go see this movie, and it depends on what kind of person you are when you view this movie. For me, I really don't get offended at all. Like, I just watch the movie for the story and the characters and how it's made. And I'll say, for most of this movie, there's a lot of just meandering, just a lot of like drugs, dancing, la la la. And then once something finally happens, it's like, okay. And then it gets a little more intriguing, and then it's like, hey, here's a message. Women. Message. Ending. And then the final 5 minutes, I'm like, wait a minute. If you're doing this and you're trying to say this about this, why would you end it like that? To me, it felt like you had a good little story there, and then you're like, oh, we're going to go backwards. I don't know. For me, I thought it didn't work. But again, I think through most of this movie, I was intrigued. Like, it had the ability to, like, keep it, like, intense thriller vibe while adding some dark comedy in there. And then, like I said, a lot of the performers are good. The editing is very fast-paced. Even though the pacing sucks in the middle because it's just kind of meandering, just a lot of dancing and drugs and eating and such, I will say the editing, I think like every clip was less than 6 or 5 seconds. It was always click, like edit, edit, edit. And the sound design of like vaping, glass being filled, like it was very intriguing to hear. So I'll say this. For a first movie, Zoë Kravitz, I'm very intrigued on what you do next. I just think this movie is kind of like, has its good and it has its mixed, but I would never say it was bad in me personally. I just kind of walked away saying, it depends on who you are. You might like this movie or you might really not like it. I'm going to give Blink Twice a C+. Again, this was a very vague review because I really don't want to spoil or give you away anything for this movie, but it'll be really interesting to see male and female's perspective on this one, honestly. Like, I would really like to see a female's perspective. It's interesting, but it goes places because when something happens, I'm like, oh, we're going there. Oh shit, the message. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And then the last 3-5 minutes, it's just like, whip. It's like, why would you do that? I don't know. And you guys, here's this movie review, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.